What up, Accountable Sports fans, and welcome back for another episode. We actually have some more sports to talk about and live sports coming up.
Some sports coming up. I'm
For
so
the
excited.
first time.
This week we got some baseball started.
Basketball starting next week.
Yeah.
First time since March, we're going to have live sports.
God.
We made it, folks.
Not
We
only
made it.
that, I haven't had to pay for cable for so long. I have to call Spectrum to
Right.
get cable back in my house. Some
Get
nice
back on the
Yankees
line.
games going to be on this weekend.
Right? It's gonna be great.
It's going to be good, yeah.
Get
At
back
Sports Center,
in-
we're not going to be hearing about the same boring stuff.
Yeah, about the Cowboys or about Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur.
I will say this. I did learn some interesting sports during that time. Like
Yeah.
cherry pit spitting.
Yeah,
Don't
right.
worry. All three top guys were named Kyle.
Of course they were.
Kyle or Mike, it was one of those two names. And, yeah,
Right.
interesting.
Right. But so just to recap on our last video. So as the title shows, we hold ourselves accountable. So we tried to predict the 99 Madden ratings. We got 3 out of 4 of them.
We did good.
We post them up on here like we said we would, the corkboard, so then we could see who was right. We both got 3 out of 4. We had different fourths, but we went off of 4 because that's what they did
That's
last
what they
year.
did last year. I'd like to say that I didn't mention the other two players that
It is
were
true.
on it.
It is true.
I did talk myself down from it.
Yep.
And then our fourth ones, we just threw some wild cards ones up there. So
Yeah, just to see if they would.
interesting. Who has the higher rating between the two will be the good one.
Yeah.
That would be the determining factor.
I think
of
it's
like who
Quentin
gets
Nelson.
that point.
Yeah. I think it's Quentin Nelson. I think he's in the 90s. I think I saw it. And TJ Watt's like an 88. Yeah.
Having like 18 sacks.
Yeah. I think TJ Watt's like an 88, 89. I saw him on part of the Madden snub list.
I'm not gonna talk. Madden. I can't.
Right?
I'm with White on all these Madden things.
Yeah.
No wonder like certain NFL players.
Yeah.
We're like.
Yeah.
What?
Right? Like, hey, ESPN 2K, bring back NFL football and do it right.
Right. And then the other one we have is the Buffalo Bills Wall of Fame.
Right.
I don't think we're gonna know who it is, only
Yeah,
because like
Until probably
they're not
next
gonna
year.
they're not gonna do something unless fans are there.
Yeah. Yep.
We're not gonna keep that up all year.
Right.
But
We'll keep it.
we'll remember. I mean, I picked Cornelius Bennett. You
Yeah.
picked your favorite Bills of all time.
Absolutely,
Eric
Eric
Moulds.
Molds. So,
So we'll remember.
yep. So anyway, getting back into live sports. So the NBA season starts next week, and you want to run us down for like how it's going to be set up?
So
the Bubble Dome.
The Bubble Dome, yeah. So it's all the way down in Florida.
Yep.
You cannot travel. I've been trying to get out of work for a little bit. If I travel down, no fans. So
Yep.
we're gonna
No fans.
like
Can't
I
go.
said,
Can't go see them.
Yeah, can't go watch. So unless they have Spectrum, damn them. Conspiracy. Spectrum probably works with the government. No,
Right.
I'm just kidding.
Disney,
Yeah,
and
right.
ABC.
So they have 22 teams that are participating in this bubble.
Not the Knicks.
Not the Knicks. They're terrible.
Right.
We'll do like a whole episode of how trash they are.
Yeah. Hopefully we get a good pick, and hopefully we
Yeah.
turn the corner.
Right, something. But 9 teams from the East, 13 teams from the West.
Yep.
The one that was interesting to me is they're saying that 8 teams statistically go into the playoffs.
Yep.
But this year's gonna be the first one they pretty much do a play-in.
Yeah.
And it's not like a play-in if they have like the same record. It's like their play-in game is if the number side and the number 9 and the number 8 seed are within 4 games.
Yeah.
They do a best of, I don't even know how to say it.
Right.
A 2-game series. The 8 seed only has to win 1 game, and
Yep.
the 9 seed has to win both games.
Yes.
So, which is nice because it's sort of like that baseball thing now.
Yeah.
Like baseball now
The
has a
play-in
play-in
for the wild
each
card,
wild
yep.
card game.
And it's nice too because like it's more sudden death, whereas like most of your NBA like tournaments are like best of 7 series, best of
Right.
5 series. Like
Yeah.
there is no like sudden death like it is in football, where like this play-in game for the 8th seed is going to be more like a sudden death, which we really don't get to see unless it's Game 7.
No, and I, to me, I like it. I
Yeah.
mean, I like this. You would really have to push these players to like make sure they play at their absolute best
Yeah.
during these games, and it's tough.
Yep.
I mean, these guys have been sitting around now for 3 months.
Yeah, since March. So yeah, 3 months, 4 months.
3 months, and you're expected to play 8 games
Yep.
within 2 weeks. I
Yep.
think the playoff. So I mean, this is big.
Yeah, this is make or break. I mean, for Russell Westbrook and James Harden, I mean, this is a good time for them to have their push towards
Yeah.
like a championship. Like, we see Harden, his usage is so high that he normally wears down come playoffs.
Right.
Whereas he had 3 months off, so now he should come back fresh and be on fire.
I was thinking about like a lot of these
the
older
chef cooking up, you know?
I was thinking about a lot of these older players that like, needed the rest, like LeBron, yeah. Because I mean, he's a freak of nature.
Yep. But he still wears down.
But like Chris Paul,
yeah,
like players that like I don't think about that are up in age that their teams rely heavily on these players. So,
or for instance, the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers got healthy. Like Yusuf Nurkic is back.
Yeah, I was just thinking about
and
that.
So they have him and Hassan Whiteside running at center. They got Melo still, and he's more acclimated with the team because he's had 3 months to just gel with the team and now practice with them for like the last couple of weeks for their training camps in Orlando.
The only thing that I think about with like Melo is like when I saw Melo his like last couple of years, like he didn't look like Melo.
No.
And when he first came back, he started looking better.
Yep.
Like he was trim.
Yep. He showed up in Orlando. They call him Slim Melo now.
Yeah.
There was Hoodie Melo. Now it's Slim Melo.
So I'm curious because when Melo was at his best, it was like he could back down players and do everything. I'm hoping that he can still play that like low post game plus can still
mid-range.
make his shots.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
who do you got? Like, I'm not going to ask you like name your 8 playoffs because the East have 9 teams.
Yeah, right. Like I don't think
let's do like West. Like who's going to be in your bubble game?
Yeah.
Who comes out of the West? Who comes out of the East? Who's your championship game?
Yeah. So my bubble game for the West is the Grizzlies and the Trailblazers. Essentially how it is right now. I don't think any of the teams are going to catch the Grizzlies and the Trailblazers, and like. That's the homer in me for the Trailblazers because I am a Melo fan, but also because the New Orleans Pelicans, they're without Zion Williamson.
That's like the one I'm still
currently.
like up in the air about because like
they don't know when he's coming back, and you only have 2 weeks to get back, and then there's going to be that whole like, does he have to go through testing again? So like he has to quarantine for a week, and like
because that's what I was going to say. Like here, like they say, like if someone tests positive, minimum is a week.
Yeah.
So if Zion comes back, that's all he needs a week. Because if someone who's tested positive only needs a week to come back to playing, like does he actually need these 2 weeks off to play, or?
So it's going to be interesting if Zion all of a sudden becomes available, and how late is he become available, depending on what he has to do with his family situation. I mean, I hope everything's all right for him, but I mean, with that being said, I don't see the Pelicans without Zion Williamson catching the Grizzlies or the Trailblazers. And then the Kings, I don't see them. The Spurs could. I mean, Popovich is always... You can never count out Popovich.
You can never count Popovich.
He's like the Bill Belichick of the NBA. You can never count him out, but I just don't see it. So I have the Grizzlies and Trailblazers for the play-in game. I have the Grizzlies winning it. I think they win the first game. It hurts me to say that, especially going against Damian Lillard, because, I mean, with 1 or 2 games...
I was going to say, with 1 or 2 games with Damian Lillard, that is... I mean...
It's going to be tough. That is going to be
How many
awesome.
years do we say, like... I mean, like, last year, like, there's no way that the Trailblazers could beat the Thunder.
Right.
And I was like, Damian Lillard's like, hold my beer.
Yeah, right. Hold my beer. Like, just cross half court, dribble a little bit, jump shot from, like, just inside... for a game winner over Paul George 6'10", Damian Lillard 6'3". Like, really? Like, you could never count out Dame time, but I'm going to say the young Memphis Grizzlies pull it out with Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson. They're just long, they're athletic. I just don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think Lillard could guard Ja Morant with his speed and athleticism. I think Ja Morant's a little bit bigger than Damian Lillard.
See, I don't think Lillard would guard Ja Morant.
Yeah. I don't know who would then. Like,
I mean,
CJ McCollum,
but
know? Like he's the same size as Lillard, so I think.
But I think I would rather have McCollum out there trying to guard him.
Yeah.
Versus, like, I want all that energy and shooting.
Right.
Go to Lillard with his offense.
Yeah. So, and then like I think the East is set how it is with those
because the Magic are 30-35, the Wizards are 24-40.
Yeah, I don't think
like you would have to go on a pretty good win streak, and that was
the Magic would have to like lose all 8
to be within 4 games of each other to like. So I really think they put that rule in just to see a nice.
And have competition
really
with
the
the
NBA are doing that just to see like, hey, we like this idea.
Yeah.
Let's do this every year for the play-in game.
Yeah, it's definitely like a good time to like experiment with different ways of doing playoffs, and especially with that final seed. So like I'm surprised, to be honest with you, that they didn't take what people have been clamoring for. Just take the top 16 seeds. Just take the top 16 teams regardless of East versus West. I'm surprised they didn't do that this year. Yeah. That would have been a good time to do it.
Well, I think it's tough. I mean, because
it definitely is tough, but this would have been the year.
When the East plays primarily more East teams.
Yeah. Yeah. So who do you have, though?
So I have the same thing.
Yeah.
Zion, unless Zion is back and is going to play all 8 games, it's going to be interesting.
Right.
Because they were definitely on a winning streak.
Yeah, they were hot. Momentum was on their side.
Because they're only a game behind the Blazers.
Yep.
So I think if he's back, I think they pass the Trailblazers.
Okay.
If he's not, I don't have him.
Yeah.
And I actually have the Trailblazers beating the Grizzlies in 2 games.
Okay.
Outside of that,
they definitely could. I mean, they have like the firepower to do it. They have like the more experience.
They have everything
for them.
Right. Experience.
Yeah.
The players. The only thing that I think the Grizzlies have is youth and the drive to show that we were one of the worst teams last year.
Yeah.
And now we're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And we're going to push to really show off how good our young talent is.
And another thing to talk about too is like, so the youth is going to almost be a better factor because you're not going to have fans there. Like the pressure of fans on you, it's going to be more like AAU basketball with like minimal people watching.
I think it's going to be really interesting because I think some players do better. Like I even think some players do better with away and they're getting booed or they shut the fans out.
Absolutely,
and they're playing
like
quiet.
They feed off of it.
They feed off of no more chanting.
Yeah,
you know, or that chanting beforehand, like you suck.
Absolutely.
So it's really going to be interesting to see how this goes. What do you got?
I have, as much as I hate to say this, I have the Los Angeles Lakers winning the championship. I think it's going to play out like where the top seed always wins. So I think it's going to be Lakers versus Bucks, and I like the Lakers team more than the Bucks just because I think AD and Giannis is a great matchup. And then I'm just not positive who's behind Giannis and who's going to step up. Like their talent behind Giannis is not as good as the Lakers' talent. Like LeBron and AD are like 1 and number 5 in the NBA in like total players, whereas Giannis is like up there in like top 5 player, but then like their second best player is like 20th, 30th.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just think like the star power is just. I don't think Giannis can carry the whole team. If he can, it's going to be great to watch.
I mean, I said that last year with Kawhi Leonard with the Raptors.
Yeah, that is true.
And I mean, pending injuries to the Warriors. I'm sorry, the Spurs, but to the Warriors.
Yeah. That is a different man.
Right. Right. So I have the Lakers as well, and I think that they play the Clippers in the Western Finals, and I actually think the Lakers beat them 6 games.
Do you?
Yeah. I just think.
I think that's going to be a better series.
So do I. I just think that the Lakers, like this is LeBron's year.
Yeah.
Like if he had to do it, he does it.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's a man that can come off a rest, play games, and go right into the playoffs. I would have LeBron.
Yeah.
You know, I sit there and I try to think about it. Like
it's hard to argue against them.
Yeah.
Like he had the rest.
Yeah. Out of the East, I have the Bucks as well. I think the Bucks are too strong, too powerful.
Too much. I mean, like the Raptors are number 2. I think the Bucks and Raptors match up favorably for the Bucks. The interesting one is going to be the Celtics, just because they're so deep.
Is Kemba Walker playing?
Yes.
He is playing. I meant to look that up, but I knew he had that knee injury.
Yeah, he's playing. He's playing. Like I saw, like he posted, he's single. He doesn't have kids. He doesn't have a house. Like he's like, I'm all in. He's playing. Like there's nothing stopping him from playing.
Good.
So I like that will be the interesting part. Like if the Celtics can like say beat the Raptors or beat the Bucks, however that seeds out, and then get to the Western Conference or get to the championships, and it's Celtics versus Lakers, I think that would actually be a better championship series than, say, Lakers and Bucks, where I think the Lakers would beat the Bucks in probably 5 games, to be honest with you.
You know?
Yeah.
See,
4-1.
I was trying to think about it. Like, I would think that Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis.
I'm not gonna even try the last name.
Antetokounmpo.
Good for you. Like, I want to think that he would guard Anthony Davis, but at the same time, like, I'm trying to put this in my mind.
Right.
Like,
then you have Chris Middleton on LeBron James.
That's what I would do. But then again, like, I also wouldn't want Giannis to get into foul trouble.
Right.
Like, he is, like, looking at his stats, 29.6 points a game.
Yep.
Like, he is your offense. Mm-hmm. And I know I'm not trying to say, like, you shouldn't guard the best player.
Yeah.
But I also got to sit there and think about it, like, I don't want you to be in foul trouble because you are my scorer.
Right. So if he guards LeBron, then you have Brook Lopez on Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis, I think, is just too quick for Brook Lopez. Yeah. You know.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if you see Middleton guard whoever's having the better game that day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could see Middleton's a big guy. Like, he's 6'8".
Yeah.
He's a thicker boy. Like, I can see him guarding both of them.
Yeah.
And
I could too. I just don't like. Like, I think Anthony Davis's post presence would be better than Chris Middleton's post defense.
I'm with you on that one.
You know?
But I think with the Lakers don't really have the best 3-point shooting. Like,
no.
Like, I wish they would have went out and traded for.
Yeah.
So I think that helps with Middleton with someone dropping down and defending.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis. Like,
definitely.
LeBron up at the top of the key I think is more dangerous, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Versus because Giannis could take a shimmy step and he can guard from one line to the other one.
Right.
So
he can guard all wings.
Yeah. So I can see him taking one step and stopping Anthony Davis from going to the middle.
Yeah.
That way, again, I could think the Lakers can do that as well.
Yeah.
But then again, I think this matchup, I think the Lakers win it.
Yeah.
I think they win it in game 6.
Okay.
But I think every game is close because, Anthony Davis is going to want to be a top defender.
Yeah.
Giannis is going to take it to the hole.
Yep.
It is an offensive game.
Yeah. That's true. So
I think Anthony Davis is going to be... He's got to think about not to get into foul trouble.
Yep.
But is JaVale McGee on the Lakers?
Yes.
He is.
Yep. He's still there.
JaVale McGee will be fouled out every game.
That's probably true.
I truly believe they're going to be like, JaVale, you hit this guy, you hit him hard.
Yep.
This is why we're paying you this money.
Right.
I don't mind if you get fouled out.
Yep.
That is your job.
Yeah. Yeah. The only positive that I have for the Bucks is the point guard matchup. You got Eric Bledsoe versus Caruso, or Eric Bledsoe, J.R. Smith.
Yeah.
That's where I see them having an advantage. But Eric Bledsoe's just never been that much of a scorer.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah. So it's
I know you and I have debated point guard.
Yeah, right.
LeBron's gonna take the ball up. I don't care what anyone tells me.
Right, absolutely.
He's the one.
But Eric Bledsoe should have an offensive advantage.
That's what I'm trying
to
that's what I'm saying. As much as I point towards the Lakers, the Bucks do have answers for a lot of things.
Yep.
And that's why
their team was almost built to go against the Lakers.
Right. Yeah. So, I agree with you.
So.
And then I sit here and I think about some interesting games.
Yeah.
Last year, the 76ers were a top team.
Yeah.
They are the number 6 seed.
Yeah.
So, they're going to go against the Celtics.
Yeah.
Pending whatever happens in these 8 games.
Right.
Because, the 76ers could definitely, if they go strong and win a bunch of games, and Celtics, the Heat, and the Pacers kind of slip up on those 8 games, they could jump to number 3.
Yeah.
Just like that. Now, mind you, it doesn't do you any good.
Yeah.
You're all going to be playing at the Disney court, so it's not like home field advantage.
Yeah,
versus
there's no home field, anything like that. Yeah.
Right. So, which we saw, which is a huge impact in a lot of games last year.
Oh yeah.
You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? The home games are winning. That's what I'm saying. This is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
This is no fans. How do you do with that? you know.
Yeah, like circling back to our a point that I made earlier. Like that almost gives your younger teams an advantage with like the Memphis Grizzlies or like for that play-in game or the Rockets, just because they don't have the pressure on them.
Right.
Where like
right. That's what I'm saying. Like these are going to be some interesting games.
Yeah. No, it's going to be definitely fun to watch, especially since we're sports craved.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I mean, like the Celtics being a younger team. I mean, they could easily run the tables in the East just because they have the perimeter scoring and the perimeter wings.
Yeah. And not only that, like you're going to have some teams that are going to be like the Rockets. The Rockets are 6, so they play against the Nuggets. The Nuggets have, I always get that point guard's name wrong.
Murray.
One
of the Murrays.
Jamal Murray, I think.
I think it is, yeah.
Right? I'm like, there's so many Murrays out there,
right?
I always get them mixed.
Yeah.
And then you have like Jokic, who's a solid player, but like I looked there and we were just talking about it earlier, not in this video, but we were talking earlier. Like the Rockets traded their big man away.
Yeah, they traded Clint Capella. PJ Tucker's their center.
Right.
So Jokic should dominate.
Right. That's like
you should get 40 points, 20 rebounds easy, and it's not even going to be close.
Right. I mean, most of the times I see like Rockets first round, I think the Rockets are going to win.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, Harden's been having trouble with the playoffs, but I think with this rest, I think it's going to be a whole different ball game than normal. But then I'm like, crap, you got to play against the Nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're 43-22 in the regular season.
Yeah.
They do something right with that team.
Yeah.
And to think that
they're a complete team because they don't have like really the star power that all the other teams have. Like Jokic is their like most star power,
right?
But he compared to like LeBron James, James Harden, Anthony Davis,
he isn't flashy. Yeah, he just gets the job done.
He's like, I guess, like Tim Duncan back in the day.
Right.
Not flashy, but stat stuffer, a guy you have to worry about.
Yeah. I mean, he was, I think at one point last year, he was like a triple-double.
Yeah. Yep. I mean,
like they rely on him to get the ball. Like, and then, PJ Tucker, I can't see him guarding him.
No.
And then, like, if PJ
6'8"?
Tucker gets, like, I don't know every player in the lineup like I do NFL.
Yeah.
But I think they got that one guy that used to play for the Trailblazers. He was like a top draft. Oh, what the hell is his name? No shooting. It's like every player.
Yeah, it's like any center.
Yeah. No, but he was like a small forward. He played at St. John's. His name is college.
Right. I have no idea.
Whatever. Like that's something like looking at like these playoff teams. Like it's going to be interesting. Clippers versus the like if the top 8 teams, Clippers versus Mavericks. It's going to be interesting. But like Leonard is going to guard Doncic.
Yeah.
Or George. They're going to rotate.
Oh, yeah. Clippers versus Mavericks. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Clippers not that easy.
Yeah.
Nuggets versus Rockets.
Rockets, yep.
It's going to be a tough one. Like the
Jazz and Thunder.
Jazz and Thunder is going to be an interesting game.
Yeah. Because you got, who's the point guard that used to be on Memphis? Mike Conley versus Chris Paul.
Yeah.
And then you don't really have an answer on the Thunder for Donovan Mitchell.
Right.
And then you got an awesome matchup down low with
Rudy Gobert and Steven Adams.
Yeah.
Like that's something like the West is it's going to be such a fun playoff series for this. The East, I look at it, I think your best matchup, or they're going to be the most interesting one right off the bat, are going to be the Heat and the Pacers.
Yeah, definitely the Heat and the Pacers. I mean, they're very similar teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and then I think it's just going to be. I think the East is going to be top heavy. Like your top 4 teams are going to be like what's going to be in your semifinals.
Yeah, in the semifinals. I mean, if the Rockets go on a run with those 8 games, they could jump all the way up to the 3 seed and like.
If I was trying to think about this. Like, if I was the 76ers, would I want to play the Celtics or the Heat or the Pacers? Because the 76ers are tied with the Pacers.
Right.
And I think the 76ers in an 8-game series, I think wins more than the Pacers.
Yeah.
I can see them jumping.
Yeah. So then they have to play the Heat.
So I think it's going to be 76ers versus Heat and the Pacers versus Celtics, which I think the Celtics would rather have.
Yeah, I think so too, just because the Celtics aren't as deep in big men. They're deep in wings.
Right.
So like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid would hopefully dominate it down low. So, but yeah. So you have the Lakers. I have the Lakers.
you know what? I'm only going to do this because I want to be different.
Okay.
Because I want something.
You want to try to get that point?
I want to get this point.
Get that point?
So I'm going to be held accountable.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to do this because all the other sports talks always have one or the other.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Bucks.
You're going to go with the Bucks. Okay.
Now that I've been I'm trying to talk myself to the Lakers.
Yeah.
The whole time when I'm thinking about this video, Lakers.
Yeah.
LeBron's here.
Yep.
And the Bucks, I keep looking at them.
Yeah.
Bledsoe, Lopez's 3, Giannis, Middleton,
yeah.
I like them.
Okay.
I'll go Bucks. Game 7.
Bucks Game 7. We can only hope for that.
That's what happens.
Okay. Okay.
LeBron is LeBron. He'll never pass Michael, so he's gonna lose in the World Series.
That's true. So that means Giannis gets Finals MVP. I think if the Lakers win, Anthony Davis gets Finals MVP.
You know, so
yep.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
Because I think you're right. Because I think the Lakers are gonna push. They're gonna punch that ball right down in the middle.
Yeah. Whoever Giannis is not guarding, whether it be LeBron or AD, they're gonna try to force feed that offense through him.
Giannis has to guard LeBron.
Okay.
Only because
they're going to try to force feed AD.
I'm looking at LeBron's stats: 25.7 points, 10.6 assists.
Right, and then I'm going to do pick and pops with Anthony Davis because he can stretch out there, and especially with his quickness, give a jab step to Brook Lopez.
See, I think you'll see Brook Lopez minimally guard Anthony Davis.
Right.
I think that. Only because I don't know the whole rosters.
Yeah. And so if it's Middleton, then just have Anthony Davis back him down.
Right. And
get to the post.
Here and I know,
feed you.
The Lakers have that one power forward that they didn't want to put in that trade with the Hornet. Or not the Hornets, the Pelicans. Kuzma.
Yep.
He's a good shooter.
Yeah.
I think you'll see Lopez guard him. And as soon as Davis gets the ball, he drops down to the middle.
Yeah.
And they're going to be you're going to beat us by Kuzma shooting that open shot.
Yeah. I think he can.
That's in my mind.
Yep.
That's how. But then again, I think it's going to be in the player's mind to pass it to Kuzma and rely on that.
Yeah.
And I don't think Davis or LeBron want to.
Right.
So
it'll be interesting.
I think there's an interesting thing we got to bring up. If someone tests positive, they have a week off, or they have to be mandated a week.
Yeah.
They have to be asymptomatic before joining.
Yep.
My wild card pick is LeBron tests positive. The whole playoffs stop.
I can see that happening. Or he rolls an ankle in practice and is out for
I'm
2
very
weeks.
Curious
wink.
What this is going to be when, I was trying to think about, what would, make the NBA, holy crap, what do we do?
Yeah.
And the only one in my mind is LeBron.
Yeah.
I think if Giannis tests positive, it's all right, it's Giannis.
Right. Yeah, if LeBron tests positive for coronavirus, there's going to be a wink.
That's what I'm saying. I could see Kawhi Leonard testing positive, and NBA world or ESPN will be fine.
Yeah.
If LeBron tests, you can even see Anthony Davis. That's what I'm saying. LeBron is literally the only one.
Yeah.
I could see this happening, and everyone will be shit, what do we do?
Right. It's going to be a wink. He rolled an ankle. He's out for a week.
Yeah.
Wink.
Right, yeah.
Don't go to room 23.
Right, exactly. So that's our playoffs.
Yep.
I think that our next video we'll talk about NBA awards.
Yep. We'll talk about NBA awards next, and then the MLB season because that starts on Thursday. Thursday.
Right. But Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. So follow us. I'll let Andrew do all that.
Right. So follow us on Accountable Sports Talk on Facebook, Accountable Sports Talk on Twitter, or mention us if you tweet about us, AS Talk Show. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube, Accountable Sports. That's our YouTube channel. So,
thanks, guys. See you next video.
Yeah.